In today's video, I have a major update for you guys on one of the highly anticipated PlayStation 4 free-to-play games. Path of Exile finally has a release date, and you guys can start getting excited for that. It'll be out relatively soon, and I do want to go over the official post that they made. Path of Exile as well as Synthesis will be coming to PlayStation 4 at the end of March, so we'll be talking all about that. Also, at the end of March, it looks like some sort of Borderlands announcement will be coming. I think it's the announcement of Borderlands 3. We all know it's in development, but Gearbox put out a pretty interesting tweet. We've got the announcement of a brand new Japanese RPG coming to the PlayStation 4, originally a 3DS title, but an HD remastered version will be coming to the PS4. Also, I was very excited for One Piece World Seeker while at the same time remaining a little bit skeptical. Apparently that skepticism was right for me to have because One Piece World Seeker's reviews have come out. We'll take a look at that, and lastly, I do want to highlight an action-adventure title that just dropped today in Ghost of a Tale, a game that I have talked about a little bit, but a pretty endearing title, and I do want to give you guys the heads up on that. First up, let's talk all about Path of Exile, as it'll finally be releasing on PlayStation 4 on March 26th. We've been waiting quite a while for PoE to finally make the transition over to PS4. We initially thought it was going to come in December, then we thought February, but now we know for a fact that it will be coming March 26th. We never got a definitive date before. We just got the window of December, then we got the window of February. Now we have a definitive date, March 26th. And here's what they said, quote, "We are excited to announce that Path of Exile and our latest expansion Synthesis will be coming to PlayStation 4 on March 26th. Tell your friends we'll have more information about what to expect from launch as we get closer to the date. In the meantime, we're so excited to be bringing Path of Exile to our already growing PlayStation community." Path of Exile is really the last free-to-play offering that we don't have on the PlayStation 4. There are a couple of other smaller titles. Dauntless is coming to the PS4 next month as well. But Path of Exile is that major game that a lot of us have been waiting for. The game's been received so strongly on PC. Of course, it's available on Xbox One as well. If you don't know what it is, it's an action RPG, a lot of looting, similar to the Diablo games in that you are going to be investing a lot of time into these games. And you can have a great time playing entirely free. Yes, you can invest money. It's a free-to-play game. That's a foregone conclusion. But if you do want to have a quality experience without dropping any money, you can do that as well. Path of Exile has you play as an exile struggling to survive on a dark continent as you fight to earn power that will allow you to exact your revenge against those who wronged you. Created by hardcore gamers, Path of Exile is an online action RPG set in a dark fantasy world. With a focus on visceral action combat, powerful items, and deep character customization, Path of Exile is completely free and will never be pay to win. Key features touted by the game include freedom, power, and revenge, unlimited character customization, deadly missions, dress to kill, and that you'll be able to find, collect, and trade magic, rare, and unique items with arcane properties, then customize your character, build around the deadliest combinations you possess. Brutal competitive play, you'll be able to customize your own hideout, and it's fair to play and never pay to win. They tout that we're committed to creating a fair playing field for all players. You cannot gain gameplay advantage by spending real money in Path of Exile. The game's been received so strongly for so long, people have sunk thousands of hours into these games, and many will tout it as the best free-to-play game ever. I don't know if I would go that far because I haven't invested enough time into Path of Exile, but I am excited to see the game make the transition over to the PlayStation 4. Yet another game adding more depth to the PS4's library, even if you have no interest in it from the get-go. Adding all of these free-to-play games, the major ones, that's just a good thing for the PlayStation brand as a whole. And by the way, the game does have an 86 on Metacritic for the PC version. However, the game has evolved so much that 86 really doesn't tell the entire story of PoE. It would probably be scored a lot higher if it was assessed today. So Path of Exile will be hitting the PlayStation 4 on March 26th. Be excited for that. It's going to be completely free, so you have no reason not to check it out. Moving on from that, we know that Gearbox is hard at work on Borderlands 3, and we are all speculating that an announcement will be coming March 28th, Boston, Massachusetts at PAX East. However, now it seems like Gearbox is letting the cat out of the bag as they put out a tweet with some Borderlands thematics to it. March 28th, Boston, Massachusetts. That's all they said with the eye emoji. I think we all know that Borderlands 3 is going to be announced at PAX East. This is a foregone conclusion at this point, and I honestly believe that Borderlands 3 will be out before this year's up. 2K Games had hinted at it, and Gearbox has obviously been working on this game for a very long time. There's the rumblings of a Borderlands 1 remaster as well, and what better pre-order bonus or special edition content than offering a Borderlands 1 remaster, much like what Ubisoft has been doing with their gold editions and whatnot. I know a lot of you guys are excited for the announcement of Borderlands 3. Hopefully it is announced. I think it will be announced announced. I think that's a guarantee for PAX East. However, I really hope that the game will be out before 2019's up, and I do believe it will be. And we should really start to see the 2019 holiday season come into shape very soon. Last of Us Part 2 might be out then, Borderlands 3, a couple of other games. Man, holiday 2019 could be a big season for games. 2018 was pretty good, but 2019 is shaping up to be even bigger. So stay tuned to March 28th, and when we get the official announcement of Borderlands 3, we will be sure to let you guys know. Moving on from that, I know a large portion of our audience do love Japanese RPGs, and we have another new announcement for the PlayStation 4, and that is the Alliance Alive HD Remastered, and it's coming fall 2019. Now, the Alliance Alive was actually a 3DS title, and it released all the way back in 2017 in Japan, came stateside in 2018, and it's a JRPG where you take control of a group eventually numbering 9 characters navigating an unnamed fantasy world in a quest to free it from the control of otherworldly beings called daemons. Players explore a world map first on foot and later using vehicles which can unlock previously inaccessible parts of the map. During the course of the story, the party unites, and the story plays out from there. The game's got a very charming, cartoony art style, might be a little off-putting to some people. However, if you're familiar with Japanese RPGs, you know that some of these games have a little different art styles and whatnot. Again, the Alliance Alive will be coming sometime this fall, and they do have a pretty cool addition with it. It's got a collector's box, an official hardcover art book, an official soundtrack, and then you, of course, have the game itself. The game was published by Atlas initially. That was for the 3DS version, but the HD remastered version is being published by NIS America. And again, it'll be hitting the PlayStation 4 later this year. And by the way, the scenario of the game was written by Yoshitaka Murayama, noted for his work on the Suikoden series, so that's pretty interesting. And while this probably won't be the JRPG this year that everybody looks at and everybody's super excited for, it is a pretty charming game, and as long as it's priced accordingly, I could see it resonating somewhat on the PlayStation 4 as well. Moving on from that, I've been talking a little bit about One Piece World Seeker and why I was a little excited for that game being an open world One Piece title, even not being a major fan of the anime and manga. I thought World Seeker was shaping up to be a pretty good game. However, as a One Piece title, you always have to be a little bit skeptical because unlike other anime franchises that are rather consistent with their video game offerings, I point to a Naruto, I point to a Dragon Ball, those games have been rather consistent. Unfortunately, with One Piece World Seeker, the reviews are coming in and they aren't looking all too strong. Now, I should note, PlayStation Lifestyle was super positive about the game, giving it an 8.5, saying overall, despite the occasional combat snag or nagging disappointment, I couldn't play as Frankie. One Piece World Seeker absolutely shocked me with how good it is. It's a massive familiar comfort food sort of open world game that just happens to have the upbeat vibe, wacky characters, and bright colors of One Piece powering its engine. So they gave it an 8.5. Unfortunately, some other reviewers weren't as kind. IGN gave it a 4.8, saying it looks great and the story is decent, but One Piece World Seeker's 20 hours of one-note combat and repetitive misleading quests aren't worth suffering through. DualShockers, on the other hand, gave it a 6, saying One Piece World Seeker is a solid attempt at an open-world licensed anime game, but the same attention to world building isn't applied to its gameplay to craft something that's truly memorable. The game right now is sitting at a 53 on Metacritic, but that's just based on 5 reviews. Let's wait and see on how all the reviews pan out, but the initial reviews haven't been all too positive, so that's a little bit of a bummer. I did say this is a game that you probably want to wait on a sale for, as it is a One Piece game, as it is a Bandai Namco game. Those games do go on sale, and it looks like World Seeker isn't an absolute slam dunk. But as far as the Metacritic score, keep an eye on it as it will fluctuate a little bit with only 5 reviews posted right now. And lastly, I do want to give you guys a heads up that Ghost of a Tale, a very charming action RPG, has been released today on the PlayStation 4. Ghost of a Tale is an action RPG in which you play as Tilo, a mouse and minstrel thrown into a perilous adventure. Through stealth and cunning, you'll be able to explore the secrets of dwindling heights and navigate its dangers. A very interesting premise for an action RPG where you do just play as a mouse. Metacritic score itself wasn't as positive with a 75, but still a 75 is pretty strong for a game that was more of a niche release. It was released at $25, so maybe a game you don't want to pick up right away, but at the very least, add it to your wish list. And again, Ghost of a Tale follows a courageous minstrel mouse named Tilo on a perilous quest to escape the dungeons of Dwindling Heights Keep and discover the fate of his true love, Merritt. Set in a medieval world where rats rule all over other creatures, Ghost of a Tale weaves an epic yet intimate story combining elements of classic adventure, action RPG, and exploration with rich and highly immersive visual styles. Again, it's available right now. And that's gonna conclude this video. One of the highly anticipated PlayStation 4 free games will be coming March 26th. That is Path of Exile. Along with it will be coming the Synthesis expansion. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting to hear information on that. I've been seeing a lot of comments of you guys asking when is PoE coming. Well, it is coming March 26th. Just a few days after that, it looks like Gearbox is looking to announce something pretty major. They posted a Borderlands themed image March 28th, Boston, Massachusetts. Is that the announcement of Borderlands 3? I think that's the case. The Alliance Alive HD Remastered, a pretty interesting JRPG, is coming fall. The One Piece these World Seeker reviews are coming out and they're not looking all too positive, and Ghost of a Tale was released today, add that game to your wishlist, or hey, even buy it right out the gate for $25. I think it will be a worthwhile experience. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.